We're looking at success again today. And what does success actually mean? How deep does it go? How far does it take you? When does it start? For me, success is always going to be starting in the heart. It's always going to be, is your heart right? Are the steps that you're taking towards that success aligned with your heart? And so we're looking further and wider and deeper. And we're on a mission to show you that you can do that too. And so today I have got the delightful Alicia Exworthy with me. And I would just like to ask you, first of all, thank you very much for talking with me.
Well, yeah, thank you for having me.
And then just to ask you, for you personally, what does success mean?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, and I completely agree with the whole idea behind this project because success is personal. I think defining success is something that should come from you, not that is put on you. But often I think that people see success as the external things. They are told what that should look like. And we aren't encouraged enough to think about this for ourselves and really be that intentional with our lives and what we want it to look like. So even with all the thinking that I've done about what success looks like for me, this still was very helpful for making me think about it again and redefine it for what it means to me right now. So it's always good to come back to as well. And I think that success for me is having freedom to choose in all aspects of life. It's even having an awareness that I can choose because I didn't always feel like I had options. It might have been to show up in the way that I wanted to show up, to work how and when I wanted to, even to think differently. If I was thinking negatively, I actually had the option to think something different and put a different spin on a challenge, for example. And I think this also all comes back to just being comfortable with myself and understanding my values and being able to make choices that match those values and align with who I am and who I want to be and what I want from life, and also leaving behind anything that compromises that. So it's that having that freedom to not have to answer to anyone else or feel like I need to conform or play a role that someone else wants me to play because it suits them. And I think it's also interesting that on reflection, I definitely used to pursue what I thought was what success was. And that was having a good career, buying a home, finding a stable relationship, all those things. And even while I had them, and there was lots that was great about them, I had also never felt more squashed and small and just not myself. So I think success to me is really having that freedom to choose and live life according to what I value and what I want.
I love that because there are so many strictures put on people as they grow up, whether it's as
Yeah.
a child, a teenager, in school, in work, in marriage. And it's
Mm,
not that those things are bad, like you've just said. Some of those things could be really, really good, but there are
yeah,
other parts of them that aren't necessarily. So giving yourself, I suppose, growing into who you're supposed to be and who you
exactly.
have to allow yourself to be, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
So, what about your clients then? What kind of success do you help them achieve?
Well, it's a very personal transformation, I think, and it really gets to the root, the core of who they are. So often when clients come to me, they say, I'm burnt out, I'm looking for more meaning, I am living, my granddad's vision, and I really want to start to live in alignment with myself. And I haven't been listening to myself for a while, and I want to get rid of that self-doubt and stop outsourcing my life and my decisions to other people. I really want to take back control. I'm tired of feeling stuck. And so I really help people to do that. And again, it comes back to having freedom for what has held them back. And I think often that is subconscious, and you might not realize that the things you believe limit you in some way, but that can still take up a lot of time and energy. So it's really getting to the root of that and identifying what that is and clearing that out at a subconscious level. It's giving people the space to connect to who they are. We are so busy and there is so much going on that I think I certainly found it difficult to build in that time to pause and reflect and think about what I wanted and how I wanted to show up. So it's allowing that for people as well, which feeds into finding greater clarity around their goals and also just really accepting who they are, understanding who they are, and then beginning to value that. So they don't need to fight with themselves any longer and just think, oh, if I was better at this, or if I worked harder, if or I was more successful, whatever that looks like, they can really tune into who they are and value that. And as a result, they are much happier. They can be more fulfilled because they can pursue a life that they really want to. They are much more inspired. I've had a client testimonial last week from someone just saying, I truly feel I'm a better person and a happier person because of this work that we did together. So it's just bringing them back to themselves and finding that fulfillment from within rather than looking for it externally.
And I'm guessing that there's no age limit on this, is there? Because this could
No.
be somebody who realizes it at the age of 25, but they could be 45, they could be 65. I've just got a new client, actually. I'm sure she won't mind me saying she's 79. And she was it was
Wow.
age 60 when she realized that the marriage she'd been part of for such a long time
Mm,
was just a sham. And she moved
yeah.
away from it and eventually remarried. She didn't think she was going to, but she did at the age of 71. And
Yeah.
listening to her talk and realizing how different her life is now from what it
Yeah.
was. So I'm guessing that you're able to help people at all sorts of ages.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's not the kind of thing that you never complete it, you never get it done. As much as you could resolve one challenge in one area, something else might come up at a different time in a different area, like your client. And yeah, it's just about evolving as you grow, isn't it? And as you age as well. So yeah, absolutely. Whatever the stage of life, whatever the challenge, I think there's always something that can be done.
So how can people get in touch with you if they would like to have a chat?
Yeah, probably the best way is email, which is hello@aliciaexworthy.com. You can also reach me through my website as well. There's a link to a contact form there, and that's just aliciaexworthy.com.
Lovely. Well, if you're watching us and you are feeling a bit stuck or just like life is passing you by, life is just not giving you what you maybe originally expected it to, or maybe you feel squashed by the situation around you or relationships around you, and you want to explore a different way, then do reach out to Alicia and also reach out to me if you've got an idea on success. If something's happened in your life that's brought you into a new place and you would love to share your story and what success means to you, then reach out because I would love to talk to you. Thank you for coming along today, Alicia.
Thank you.